What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Black America is more sophisticated than we would like to give credit to. And I am also at fault for just sometimes making Black America just one big hood when we have a good number of people who went to the HBCU system. Their parents have went to the HBCU system. Their parents may or may not be together, but they have been in their life. They've lived a privileged life. They went to private school. They've been involved in all kind of tutoring and in the GATE program. And one thing about our community is there is so much pressure after a while for you to be hood, okay? You to come down to the hood audience. And I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm talking about. Look at Dr. Boyce Watkins. Dr. Boyce Watkins is a PhD in finance. But if you look at Boyce Watkins and obviously that dusty ass background with that bathroom curtain in the back with the Black Business School logo stamped on it or written on it with a marker, he had to relegate himself to talking about, I don't know, everything else but finance. And to a certain degree, that is not really his fault because the community has forced him into such a situation. Don't get me wrong, even the Earn Your Leisure guys, there's a certain amount of booty clapping content that they gotta do. They gotta bring on some of these other dudes out there talking about mysticism and all kind of dustyism and metaphysics. Those are the biggest videos on their channel, which I call weaving and selling content. But I want to get to Angel Reese, okay? Angel Reese is from Baltimore. You know, I don't know if she had her, both parents are there, but definitely is a strong mother. Angel Reese, I don't think had to grow up in a dusty ass environment. I think Randallstown, Maryland is actually a pretty good suburb of Baltimore. She went to St. Francis Academy, in which I know that is a pretty good school. It's a Black Catholic school. It's one of the oldest ones there. So I already know that that's good, okay? And so then my question is, once Angel Reese comes to WNBA, why is it that Angel Reese has to be somewhat associated with booty clappers? Now, it's not just me saying this because people were complaining about our podcast.
Why not bring on the likes of Tom Brady? Talk about how to prevent injuries and his diet, pick his brain. What about Allen Iverson? Okay, I don't care what nobody say. I still low-key got a crush on that man. He was fine. Let's talk about his, give him his flowers. It's not just about, what you can take or what you can give the OGs. Okay. I would love for her to interview Allen Iverson because I would love to interview Allen Iverson. Pick his brain. What was it like coming up, in the early 2000s, the late 90s and, playing basketball in the NBA? It's such a different culture from then versus now.
We all know about the guest, Glorilla and all of that stuff, right? But then check this out. Now we got this person on the podcast.
So look, this is story time.
What you got?
Angel Reese got stuff to tell y'all, yo.
We got stuff to tell y'all, so stay tuned.
So now I want to talk about this because I get it, clicks and views are where they have to be. I understand it very much. But you cannot tell me that outside of being on the same podcast, Christian Rock and her have anything to talk about. This is what I'm saying. A lot of blacks don't have to go this route. You got Angel Reese who can get Shaq. You got Angel Reese who can get T-Mac. You got Angel Reese who can get Tom Brady. But what they want to do, some of these ladies, let's go ahead and let's try to be the hood people. Which, let me just say this, a lot of us in Black America did not grow up like that now. I mean, I did, as you can know, okay? My dad was a crackhead. I grew up in Del Paso Heights and Compton. I didn't unfortunately been shot at. Okay, but I would be lying if I told you that I didn't have a strong support system. I didn't grow up in church. I didn't go to Catholic school at middle school. I didn't go to Catholic high school for a year. I didn't go to college. I didn't go to medical school. That was because of my parents, even though they messed up. That was because of the social environment around me. So now, at my older age, I don't deal with pookies. I don't have a podcast full of pookishas. Okay, I don't feel like I need to be threatened with that. And you will never see white NBA players or white WNBA players have to go that route. But Angel Reese gotta go that route. Look at the Breakfast Club. Wouldn't it have been fire to have Angel Reese to have Felicia Rashad on? Wouldn't that have been fire? I'll even say Angel Reese. Michelle Obama, that might be one. Angel Reese. Somebody suggested somebody like Tom Brady, Magic Johnson. But Christian Rock, the crash out? I mean, you and her don't have nothing in common except for the fact that y'all in Baltimore. And then when you look at who you trying to be, we have the most successful people in our community trying to basically be, I hate to say it, booty clappers. Everybody wants to be a booty clapper. Like women who have opportunities in the real stuff, they have to relegate themselves to that. Again, I don't see white women having to do that. And then, like I said, when you already have those advantages and you want to be a city girl, then it's black men's fault. All of a sudden, you can't date these. You liking the post about talking about black men. I wish I had a white man. Well, who are you talking about, babe? What are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Because look at how you want to associate yourself. You don't have to associate yourself with people who are struggling, okay? You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Why you gotta do that all the time? You already living better than them. When you have privileges in life, you have to execute those privileges and understand that God gave you and your family something that you could always deal with, okay? You trying to come down to somebody that's in the hood, it should never be that way. You should never be a young woman, in my honest opinion, and you are somehow influenced by Sexy Red. Where in the hell do you think you're going to be being influenced by Sexy Red and then wanting to associate yourself with Sexy Red when you and Sexy Red don't have nothing in common at all? There is nothing that Sexy Red can do for you. Ain't nothing you can do for her. Got to step up the level of conversation. Then when you dress like them, I mean, this is another thing too. When you start seeing some of these ladies and all that, you even see it in Africa, chicks who never been to America. And you like, how did you hear that lingo? You hear some chicks like Cardi B, whatever she be doing. And then Meg Thee Stallion. And like, why are you trying to be somebody that don't nobody want? Like, why do you want to be that so much? Why do you want to be something that's not successful? You know, I be seeing so many chicks in Africa now, like with tattoos, like the city girls. I'm like, but you're not from Miami though. Like, do you even know what they don't even know what they're talking about. They be making phrases and saying something like, do you know what that means? I'm standing on business. How you standing on business? You standing in sandals. You standing in African sandals. Who told you were standing on business? Where did you get that from? You're standing in sandals, boo, with no toenail polish on. You're not standing in nothing. Maybe you're standing in the rain. Y'all don't even talk like that. What are you talking about? Your ass might be standing in something else, standing in, if you live in certain parts of Africa, standing in a pothole maybe. You ain't standing on no business. Shit, talking about standing on business and we'll scam your ass and we'll beg right after that. Talking about standing on some business. If you don't shut your $5 ass down, and then when don't nobody want to deal with you, you get mad. It's the man's fault. Stop trying to be www.304.org. You can be who you are. Because Angel Reese did not get to where she was trying to be a damn city girl in college. Now we got all the booty shorts out there. We like, okay, you're gonna get a Pookie, and once Pookie get to your cheeks, it's all over but the shout. Keep playing around. You're gonna get what you're looking for. So guys, what do you think it should be? O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again. The episode of The Celebrity Junk. What you should for all that you do, subscribe to the bell. We're out.